It's now time for the Reverb Sports full game recap. We go all the way back December 27th of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were facing off against the St. Louis Blues in St. Louis for the first of four meetings this regular season. Head coach Andrew Brunette deploys his forwards and defensemen in the following way, and it's 11 forwards, 7 defensemen again in this alignment for this game. Forsberg, Stamkos, and Marchessault, LaRue, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista, McCarron, and Sissons, your fourth liners. Luzon and Yossi, Shea and Blankenberg, Willsby and Shen Barron also getting another opportunity to start on the defense for the Nashville Predators. UC Saros gets the start, and coming out of the Christmas break, we find our first action at 1:07 of the first period. It's Hofer coming with a save on O'Reilly. That's the first shot on goal of the game, but at 1:20 of the first period, just seconds later, Thomas with his 7th goal of the season. Nyquist tried to back pass to Shea, and it puck was turned over when Shea caught an edge, fell down, whatever it was, led to a bit of a disaster right here. The first shot on goal of the game goes in for St. Louis, giving them a 1-0 lead. 2:47 of the first period. Baldock comes up with his 5th goal of the season. Weak coverage and a snipe leads to the St. Louis Blues going up 2-0 on just their 2nd shot on goal of the game, and things are not looking good early on in this first period. 3:38 mark of the first, though. Kyrou off the box, minutes for holding on Marchessault. The Predators would not generate a single shot on goal on this power play. One short-handed chance for St. Louis would be the best opportunity during that 2-minute stretch. But at 5:42, the Predators seem to get their skates under them just a little bit as Jankowski gets his 3rd goal of the season. It was a rebound putback. He continues going to the hard areas and doing the hard work. The St. Louis Blues have a 2-1 lead. 9:57 of the first period. Now Kyrou with his 15th goal of the season restores a 2-goal lead, make it 3-1 for St. Louis. He had time to settle the puck. He had time to spin around. He had time to pick his spot through traffic. Soft coverage again for the Nashville Predators in their own zone for the 3rd time in this game already. 10:46 now of the first period's Luzon. 5-minute major for boarding. It is reviewed and it is reduced to a 2-minute penalty for boarding. Fowler then picks up a penalty, 2 minutes for holding, creating a 4-on-4 for 54 seconds. The Predators then go on a brief power play, and Steven Stamkos finds the back of the net with his 11th goal of the season. It was a wrist shot snipe from the left circle, cutting the Blues lead to 1 again. St. Louis still leading, though, 3-2. 13:21 of the first. Luzon, fresh out of the box, has to answer for his boarding hit earlier. 5 minutes each. Tucker is involved in the bout. 16:05 of the first period. Willsby off the box, 2 minutes for holding. Saros comes up with a save on Holloway's one-timer. Then Saros comes up with a save on Kyrou. And just as the power play expires, Fowler lets go of a heavy low slap shot. Goes off the inside of the post and into the net, restoring St. Louis's 2-goal lead at 4-2. Not technically a power play goal, coming just 1 second after the power play expires. So on the continuation, St. Louis outshoots the Nashville Predators in the first period 11-10. The Blues have 4 goals against UC Saros on just 11 shots. We hit the second period, and it's not nearly as much action to begin. We find ourselves at 3:59 of the second, and it's Hofer coming up with a save on Stamkos at 4:44 of the second, and Saros coming up with a save on Pareko's wraparound opportunity. At the 5:31 mark of the second period, Blankenberg with his 2nd goal of the season, one of the prettiest goals of the season. He walks it in from the blue line, then cuts across the crease. When he's unimpeded, he goes ahead and takes that backhand, puts it in, then absorbs a big hit, but it goes into the net. It counts. The Nashville Predators' 3rd goal of the game is due to Nick Blankenberg. The St. Louis Blues, though, still lead by 1, 4-3. 7:21 of the second. It's Hofer coming with a save on Willsby. 10:47 of the second. Hofer comes with a save on Luzon. 15:29. It is Broberg with his 3rd goal of the season. Saros turns the puck over directly to Broberg, right in front. Easy finish right here. Saros is out of this game. Noonan is in after that one. The St. Louis Blues restore their 2-goal lead yet again, now 5-3 here in the second period. 15:44. As soon as he comes in the game, he's tested, and Noonan comes up with a save on Shen. 17:40, and Noonan comes up with a save on Kyrou. 19:38. Yossi off the box, 2 minutes for holding. Nothing would happen over the final seconds of the period. Much carry over into the third period. 1:38 on the clean sheet. St. Louis outshoots the Predators after 2 periods, 20-18. Noonan comes up with a save on Fowler during the carryover of that power play. Then one more save on Holloway. 2:31 of the third period. Hofer comes with a save on Marchessault. 3:50 of the third. Noonan comes up with a save on Fowler, plus the follow-up by Joseph. And the 7:20 mark of the third period, Hofer comes with a save on the captain, Roman Josi. We flip over to the backside of the sheet, and we find ourselves at 9:52 of the third period, and it's Joseph off the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Willsby doing a good job right here, earning a power play for his Predators. Marchessault cashing in his 13th of the season. It was Stamkos' feed, then the delay and the professional patience to wait for the lane to open up and the traffic to develop. Marchessault finishes this goal off with his 13th team leading St. Louis reduced to a 1-goal lead yet again, 5-4. 13:40 of the third period. Hofer coming to save on Evangelista. A large scrum would erupt afterwards. Jankowski and Tucker certainly wrestled for quite some time. They each end up off to the box, 2 minutes each, creating a 4-on-4 scenario. Then Blankenberg picks up a penalty, 2 minutes for hooking, creating a 4-on-3 for a minute and 25 seconds. And Thomas is going to cash in with his 8th goal of the season, giving the St. Louis Blues a 2-goal lead yet again, 6-4. 16:56 of the third period. Hofer comes with a save on Josi in 18:36 of the third. Falk off the box, 2 minutes for tripping on LaRue. It's a 6-on-4 with the empty net, but Parayko's able to dump it down, picking up the empty net goal, making it 7-4 in favor of the St. Louis Blues, and that would be your final in St. Louis. The Nashville Predators do outshoot the St. Louis Blues 30-29 for the game, but we talked about it in the preview of this game. Whoever came out of the Christmas break less sloppy to begin with, whoever got their normal game underway quicker, and that was the St. Louis Blues. The Predators were the sloppy team. The Blues got their game going, and before the Predators could really even figure things out, they were behind. They were chasing this game the entire night, and to be honest with you, UC Saros just did not have it. First 2 shots of the game went in, and I know it's considered disrespectful to pull a goalie that quickly, but the coaching staff perhaps needed to realize the gravity of the situation and realize that UC Saros was not going to recover in this game, and he has one of his worst plays of the season a little bit later on. Rarely is UC Saros the problem and he the fault for the team losing, but in this game, he was clearly not on his game, clearly the issue, and the Nashville Predators dropped this one in St. Louis by a score of 7-4. Saros gives up 5. The empty net gives up 1. Noonan gives up 1 as well. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap. We've got analysis, box score, and so much more coming up next, right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.